not looking good.
Oh, Arizona Bike Week, brother.
Something blew up.
Good riding. Some LC, I'm actually early this year. It's 8:44. We're doing kickstands up at 9. We're going to Arizona Bike Week. Should we wait for Galen?
You know, he's pulling in, I think, right now. He's well, no, it's the East Coastin' guy.
Okay.
So Galen is right behind him. So
yeah,
Galen
buddy.
is the last one.
Where are we going?
We're going to Arizona Bike Week, but first, Gabe and I were just pulling some, wheelies down the freeway, burning out, drifting.
Of course.
I mean, I'm riding East Coastin' style today.
That's right.
I see that you scraped your light off already. He's screwed. Hey, Arizona Bike Week, let's do this.
Juan, what is going on, dude? Can we get a risk factor to start?
Risk factor? Well, see, there's a little imbalance in bikes. We all got baggers, and the East Coasting crew has naked bikes. So there's going to increase the risk factor because we're going to be going a little faster than they are.
Everyone said fill up your gas tanks before you get here. I'm on 3/4, but I'm not worried because they're on dynos with no windshields.
Yeah, we could be in a quarter and still make it further than that.
So, G-Man, get in the middle here. It's our second year as a team going to Arizona Bike Week, and this time we're not going the day before it starts. We're going when it's in full swing.
Last year we were riding home today.
Yeah.
I think they're going to Mexico after too, right?
Really?
I don't know, maybe.
And we might go somewhere after too.
But let me say this. This is an iconic meetup spot. Lance and I and the boys, we always meet at Porter Ranch. And if you go pull our first vlog ever, I'll bet you could find some footage.
Absolutely.
Lance and I are kicking off right here.
Damn right.
That's awesome.
What do you think?
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Great way to start any road trip.
And our boy Dom is making it happen. What are we doing?
We are connecting our comms.
Look at all these modulars, dude.
You guys
We're going to freaking Arizona Bike Week, brother.
A fun ride, you know. We got a few fixing things going on, and the Cardo's blasting in my ear.
Crash it back, that would be fine.
That's why I have a bagger.
Well, what's up, Exploder?
Something blew up. I don't know what it was. Like a snowball just went boom.
Nice. Well, we made it to the first gas stop. The dynos are running a little bit low. What's up, LC?
Well, getting our first fuel fill up of the trip. 100 miles in, having a good time. But it's a fun ride across the desert, and everyone was just having a good time.
Juanito, can we get a updated risk factor?
All right, so the risk factor, it was definitely increasing as we were riding more and more.
Okay.
We were definitely doing some risky maneuvers to get around some cars just to end up at a red light. Low reward, high risk.
Racing to a red light.
Yeah.
Just another subtle reminder that if you are ever looking for a new phone, pull up to wherever we stop because Galen likes to leave his on the bars.
I got mine off, man. just to, I don't think we got gas. I think it was like put some jackets on, take a leak, you know, get ready. We're heading to lunch now, so we're probably like 20 minutes from lunch.
2 hours ago, we were 7 hours away, and now we're 7 hours away.
Yeah, it keeps, the farther we go, it stays the same the whole time.
We're just going in circles.
Yeah.
What do you got to say to the people?
I love the people.
Me too.
I want to try that $5 pizza place. I don't know. What do you think? Should we walk in there?
I don't know. Speaking of loving the people, I just want to give the people a reminder for
Yeah.
those that are new to the channel, for those that have supported the channel. We do have a website, twolanelife.com, and that's what allows us to do all this kind of stuff. So we appreciate the support, and let's get on with the ride.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Professor McRib, where are we at?
We were at the Rib Company. We actually filmed out here a year ago, I guess, with Harley, or we ate out here. We filmed at a bar, but you know what? We're here. We're gonna eat some lunch because we're starving right now. And then we got like another 12 hours to Phoenix.
It was 7 hours about an hour ago, so I think it should be about 7 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep going in a big circle.
I like it. What's up, dude?
Food's starting to come in here. It's definitely everyone's going for it big time.
But what's really disappointing, right across the street there's a Taco Bell. Could have been in and out.
Oh, dude. Little barbecue rib platter. Got some beans and coleslaw. You fill up on starters already?
Yeah, I had some starters, and you know, I might have a couple pieces of this, but I'm feeling good already. I'm like, I might be done after. You know.
Feeling full right now, for sure. I don't want to eat anything else.
We're tired over here. But you know what?
Tired of our bullshit.
We can always go for some.
Look at those guys digging in on me.
Oh my god.
Couple shots.
Get a nice big rib there. McRib. Absolute carnage. You almost there?
Look, we have 4 hours and 15 minutes left, so we'll be there at the house about maybe 6 o'clock.
It is.
It could be 7.
2 o'clock right now, 1:46.
Well, how the heck do we have 4 more hours? We've been riding for 7.
We've been riding. We left the place at 9:15ish, so we've been riding for 3.5 hours.
I mean,
But every gas stop, we're taking helmets off and we're just chatting, having it. It's good. It's fine.
It's good.
yeah, that's what it's all about, I guess.
I won't be able to
So if you're ever out in the desert, you see lizards laying on rocks. That's what these dudes are doing right now. They're warming up.
about $1.60 out from the house.
Okay.
So we got the diners, so we got to get gas a little more often. I think I have a half a tank. I don't know what you have.
Yep.
But I may go in and see if there's something to drink.
How's the wind, boys?
It's been rough, but we're making it work. My ankles are doing worse.
Yeah, nice windshield too. Thing is rad.
What's that?
Heading out to Arizona, bike week.
I didn't know there was a bike week, but
Okay.
I just drive to Parker.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, you know, we've been having one hell of a good time. I mean, this group of riding guys is actually fun. We got, you know, like I said before, East Coast and thrashing, us guys. Good times. It's windy as hell right now. We got sand blasted like crazy out there, too.
That was pretty wild. Yeah, there was a sandstorm. I'm sure you guys saw that. I'm sure you hear the wind right now. What's the business, Rich Water guy?
We're close to the border because that's a California checkpoint right there. So 285 miles in, got another 120 to go. We're cruising.
What's up with those fools?
See, it's nice to see other bikes going to the show when you're going.
That's right.
Last year, it was the opposite.
We are finally filling up in Arizona, the land of pumps that don't suck. And I don't know how many miles we are in, but I will pass it over to Galen, reporting live.
We have 68 miles left. So the total trip was 442. We're almost home.
So 68 miles in about 7 hours or so.
I think the gas ups maybe took a little more time than we thought, but that's fine. Yeah, no big deal.
Let's see. LC, what's the business?
You know, we just ran through some gnarly weather. There was like dust devils and almost like bigger than dust devils in a tornado looking dirt clouds, and it's wet, but I think we've missed it, so that's a good thing.
Granted, this has been probably one of the first times we've ridden with the whole crew since Sturgis, but just a super enjoyable day. There's no like, oh, we need to get there. There's no rush. There's no one's complaining. Everyone's having a good time. And that's kind of what it's all about.
When we get to the house,
Yep.
I do want to pull the East Coasting guys aside
Okay.
and just see what they thought about this desert run through here.
Yeah, I think Gabe said the last time he did a big run like this was last year, riding the Sturgis with Lance and the guys. And
Right,
they were on
but
dynos.
Sal hasn't, Dan
Yep.
has, so it'd be cool to see what they say.
Yep. Well, let's hit this last stretch. See him out there.
Hit the house.
Let's do it.
It is. It's definitely that. So if you pull this out and put it here, you can't pull the cable at all. So what do we think? I'll lay this bitch on the ground right here. Real quick.
we need your tools, brother.
So I just gave Dan the Rider Award, and then he lost his clutch cable.
Why'd you give him the Rider Award?
Because he's got a backpack on and he's like insane. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah.
Big dog, I was hoping you could tell me a story about the unpredictability of the open road.
Yeah, you know, you can get on the road, you can pack, you might think you have everything you need, but something always happens on the open road, whether it's weather, bike parts, you got to go to the bathroom. I don't know, there's a lot of things that can happen, and we're experiencing it right now.
Or a broken clutch cable.
Or a broken clutch cable. That's the second in last two Sturgises.
The only issues we've ever had with the bagger was Luke broke a throttle cable.
Right.
And we were able to fix it with Dom's return cable.
Right.
But it seems like every time we have the small bikes, pipes break, the clutches break, they're leaking.
That's why what they come up with that saying, shit happens.
Shit happens.
But we're in no
Love it.
rush. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's rushing to help, which is always
It's part of the
awesome to
journey.
see. Dom's busting out the tool roll. That's why you come prepared with tools and tire patch kits and air pumps and water and good people.
And take a shot over there because they're all working on it, and we have great mechanics.
Wait, always wear your earplugs too. It's good for you.
Should be all right. I don't think it's gonna leak much.
It's not looking good.
Oh, could it have come off on the other side, the tranny side? The fucking loose. I thought this was loose. Maybe it came unadjusted, and the piece popped out.
Click it in gear and send it.
I mean, should you try to readjust it? Or
Does it feel like it catches at all?
I mean, that's really good advice by Gabe. put it in gear, and send it.
Hey, that's what they do, man.
Smells kind of funny.
7:30 seconds.
Speaking of coming prepared, what are you missing?
My chick just sent me my whole toiletry setup. I had it laid out on the counter. Toothbrush, just, easy stuff, but I'd like to have a toothbrush tonight, so I may run in and get a toothbrush.
Well, they're going to take Gabe's advice, button it up, and put it in third gear and send it.
So they loosened the clutch cables. They took the nut off the basket, rolled it back out, got it tightened up again. Gabe tightened it back out, and now we got a clutch.
We're working.
But when you fire that engine up and you go rolling, then we're gonna know. It's good.
It wasn't Russo, that's why.
They say the best sunsets are in Arizona, but I just saw Chili's.
Well-
and I think the best sunsets are at Chili's.
Well, time after time, we're at the end of a day of a long ride, and the sun and the clouds do something spectacular for us. And here it is again. We got the pink sky and look at that right now. Look at the depth.
So one of our first rides together, Lance and I were buzzing around Prescott all through snowing. And we came over just before Williams, and it was one of the most insane sunsets we'd ever seen.
Yes.
So they don't disappoint here.
Yeah, they're
Look at
good.
the cloud coverage, it's crazy.
We're getting some groceries for the house. Going to go settle in after this, find some grub. So, yeah.
Check it out.
Oh yeah.
G-Man, we're sitting here standing in a circle talking about Jeff Gordon. What's going on?
And Formula One drivers, I don't know, they're talking about some race that went on. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, here's something cool. We were gonna get some food, but we have no food here.
Are we checking out?
Yeah.
Where's the? That's what my Theo got right there. Should we
My
get some
deal.
limes?
What's wrong with that?
Bro, get the good shit.
What are you talking about?
Do we need
Stuff in the
Cheetos
refrigerator.
and Sky?
In the refrigerator?
Do we need buns or do we need...
Properly
You need
stocked.
Sky.
What's going on,
So
dude?
you show up at the house you have, and look, you got the van right here.
805.
We got
Matt
the beer
Malone,
waiting for us.
Tyler, we love it. Thank you so much for the support.
We got ice too? My man. Look at this place, dude.
This is the place for 2 nights, I guess.
It's real deal. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. You got something to mix it?
What, to cool down?
This is Bro, this is just like a little, we made it shot, alright?
Just for Travis.
So let me see that
I'm
last
going to
one.
have 3 more right after this.
Alright, here's the deal. Grab your cups. Grab random. Here's what I want to say. This is what I love about motorcycles, alright? We've got guys in their 20s here. We've got guys in their 60s here.
Well, one guy.
50.
Alright? From 20s to 60s we have here. We've got guys that grew up and have only seen California for the first time. They grew up on the East Coast here. We've got guys that grew up on the West Coast here. But the one thing that we all have in common is 2 wheels.
That's
Yes.
right, baby.
And for well over a decade, I've been hanging out with these guys. They've taken me into their home. I've been hanging out with these guys for my whole life. All of us. Good times. Cheers. Right?
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
Cheers. To a good weekend.
Motorcycles.
One.
All right. I just drank a shot that had Lance's.
wash my hands now.
And he was poking his nose, his ears. I'm done, dude. I'm done.
East Coast, you guys, come here. I was talking earlier today, I want to get your take on the ride across the desert. Get in here.
Well, in general or
Yeah,
topics?
I mean, we're like, I said, hey, we're going to go across the desert, 2 lanes. You guys are like, Yeah, let's not do the freeway.
Yeah,
let's
because
do
you
the
guys,
tree lane.
in the beginning, you guys gave us an option. You were like, there's
Right.
3 routes we can take. We can take the freeway most of the way. We can go the long way or the longer way. And we were like, we want to go through the desert. We don't want to just be on the highway the whole time. We want to go through. We want to see some stuff.
We come from 2 different worlds, the East
Yeah.
Coast and the West Coast. There's mountains, and then we got a lot of trees and pine tree, different things. You know what I mean? So
completely different.
it's super sick to us.
How about that sky tonight?
It was beautiful.
Honestly,
you know?
and we missed the rain by this much
Right?
twice.
And you know what's
That's
funny?
because of the clutch.
Growing up, everybody, not growing up, in the beginning of the stunt world, like when people do long rides, they always said our bikes wouldn't make it on a long journey. He made his 20-something hours to Sturgis. Ours made them. Everything was good. It was a good ride today.
Gabe, you did
did
Sturgis last year with the boys. We missed that, but another good run, right?
Oh yeah. This is basically what we did today. Is what you do for those 6 days.
There's a lot of 7-hour trips.
450 miles we did today.
But you could be a little more prepared with windshields, more gear and stuff. Like
Honestly, the windshield would probably come in clutch.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
I
wind and
remember a
everything.
couple of years ago, Seabear said, "Hey, I really want to go on a trip. I want to go on a long trip, the kind like you guys do," and he did. And now we got again.
Super sick day. Really.
Well, we nominated him as the rider of the year because he's carrying a backpack on. I mean, no tie
And
down.
he doesn't
He's
have a
just
clutch
ripping,
anymore,
no clutch.
so-
Clutch broke. We were.
I love it.
Yeah, you
Come
guys
on.
saw we were like
Holly.
60 miles from the
right.
house.
The bikes are parked. I didn't ask you to get out of the
Yes, you
way.
did.
Okay. We're taking the EagleRider.
What? It was honestly rude.
that was pretty rude. I'm not gonna lie. I
on
saw
the
Josh
reel.
almost tackle you.
I would probably punch you in the mouth.
Me or
just
I
saying,
would
like-
punch Josh in the
No, I would punch
No,
We can do 11, right? No, I'm kidding. Galen, what I was trying to say is, what are we doing because we're not riding? We're drinking.
We're drinking, so we're being responsible, and we're going to go into Cave Creek and try to find some dinner.
to Buffalo Chip or you going to
Probably. Or Roadhouse.
What are we in Sturgis?
What do you think?
make its way out.
Yo, what?
What?
We
Let's
made
find
it
a
to Cave
place to
Creek.
eat. We gotta score a place to eat. Cave Creek is the place.
It's got to be 10 o'clock by now.
It's at least 9 o'clock.
What's Harold's?
That's what she said.
Harold's.
That woman, that nice lady down there
It
said,
looked
go
like
to Harold's
no
for
one was
dinner.
here.
Yep.
Looked like nobody was here. We pulled in, got real close to where everything is, and there's a lot of people
Well,
here.
let's go to Harold's. She said it was good. So
Who's up here?
I'm gonna assume we overload or exceeded the party occupancy limit. One.
Every appetizer.
Oi!
On the menu.
what are you doing?
Mushroom burger, that's what I'm doing. It's late at night, hungry.
My guys set the high score, 9-12. Come on, come on.
Not quite live.
G-Man, was it a killer day one?
What a great day.
great day.
You know what's really cool?
What?
A few years ago, we had Sea Bear on the ride to Sturgis. We didn't film anything. It was great to have the East Coasting guys, Gabe, Sal, Dan. What a fun time.
It was a very good time. It's always nice having a group of more than 3 or more than
Yeah.
6 or more than whatever.
10 riders.
And I was telling Lance, like today was so, maybe it was because I was actually well rested last night. But today, no one was complaining. Everyone was stoked. There was clutches going out and bikes, whatever. Everything was good.
Well, this group never does that. And
No, they
to
don't.
involve the East Coast guys, no one cared.
The
Didn't
party
matter.
never ends, man. And we know what? It's all about good times, and that's what we do. And that's why we like the open road.
The party never stops.
The party never stops.
So we're missing a few guys.
Right.
They'll be in later.
We're still on the dance floor. It is day one. We rode 460 miles or so.
Yep.
It's 12:55 in the a.m. in the morning, and we're closing things out. We're going to start off tomorrow, next episode, checking out Bike Week, going to stunt shows, doing some riding, seeing some people. But we hope you guys enjoyed today.
And
some
Juan
good
is
riding.
eating some Cheetos,
Yeah.
and Lance is on the Doritos.
If you had as much fun watching this video as we did riding it, a good time was had by
I don't think so. It's got to have a better time than that.
Yeah.
TwoLaneLife.com, B-Twin, parts, merch, get it. Let's go.